Hey everyone, Jonas here, and today we're reviewing the Transformers Legacy, the leader class Scourge, or Scourge, I think it's pronounced, from Robots of Sky 2001. Now this here is a Walmart exclusive, and he is a repaint of Laser Optimus Prime from Series 1. So here's a big package. There's an art instead of window box. It says in Velocity Tron Speedia 500 collection, which is pretty large. Down here it says is Robots Sky 2000. That was not come out until 2001. It was aired. Was nice. He's a leader class one. Hasbro 8 and up. And nice little artwork here. Here's a truck. And other side, pretty much the same. And on the back, there is no bio, unfortunately. Kind of hilarious. It's got an Autobots logo from Generation 2. He is upside down because he's a clone. It says 30 step. Sadly, there is no bio, unfortunately. So you can't read his bio. That's pretty unfortunately. Would it be a cool one that shows a little bio? Also, forgot. There's no status dial, I think. So I guess that. So yeah. So let us open up. Let's take a look and see. Alright, we're back, guys, with Scourge out of the package. Yes, Scourge, not Scourge, because every single time it was pronounced names. So, before that, let's take a look at characters itself. Now, if you know who the Scourge is, not to be confused as Scourge from Transformers the original from Generation 1, this version Scourge, or Black Convoy, which is Japan, it actually looks like Optimus was the evil clone, thanks to the Predacon uses scanning, where the Optimus grabs the Octane truck until he accidentally scanned both the truck and combined to this. And that's about it. I won't put a spoiler about the show. You haven't seen that show, you can check out. So yeah, so Robots of Sky Scourge. No, not Robots of Sky 2018. That was confused. This version 2000 or 2001, according to Wikipedia. So here's Scourge. He is a repaint of the regular Laser Optimus Ring for Series 1. Now let's see it from this nice detail. It's all black instead of blue. And speaking of black and red, let's look in comparison, shall we? Now, here's compared to Laser Optimus Prime from Series 1. So look at this. Here's Laser Optimus Prime. They look the same figure except the colors. They look side-by-side comparison, not ones. Here's our side-by-side comparison of both the Scourge and the Laser Optimus Prime. They both looks exactly the same, looks different. Laser Optimus Prime has audible logos on the door, but this one does not have one. It's got a little black, it's just a blue nose, it's got a pink windshield. The back's pretty much the same. Well, Laser Optimus Prime pretty much exactly the same. So, if you saw my review, Laser Optimus Prime, which I already did review it, check it out. So, yeah. So, overall, I think it looks pretty much identical. These figures, pretty much. And here is compares the trailer. On the left is the Scourge, and then on the right is in Laser Optimus Prime. They're pretty much the similarities. The only difference is the Laser Optimus Prime, the trailer has a red sign, has a handle ending. But the Scourge one, he has a black, has a gray landing instead of red. The back is all same, except the color looks different. It shows the back, and it shows the top here. Pretty much nothing changed. The only difference is color looks different. Now it comes with the same weapon. And this laser I'm going to have is guns will lose, and will lose the ones. And this Scourge, however, this version is kind of tight. Kind of tight here. Come on. Not running with nails. Let's take a look at comparison. Side by side. Let's take a look at this comparison side by side. It's got the same weapons, and the only difference is color. Nothing changed, looks different. Oh, oops. Yeah, oops. So I guess we're going to put it back for the swings this. One I almost forgot in my last review from Laser Optimus String. I completely forgot, didn't show you. This one opens out a little hatch here. Apparently this was a command center, so that's what that. I completely forgot. That's a quick update. Alright, so here is the trailer of the Battle Station mode. They're pretty much like both exactly the same. The only difference, what looks kind of identical, is the weapons or colors are different. The weapons is pink instead of blue. So yeah, let's take a look at these weapons arts. Here's the weapons. Here we have the Battle Axe or Energon Axe, whatever. It's gonna Energon Axe with the sword. They're both are pretty much exactly the same weapons. It's got the same feel, pretty much identical. They're pretty much the same. The only difference is it's got pink or princess plastic. So yeah, they look the same mold as this one. Here we have this Dark Saber. Well, this one, let's look at side by side. They're pretty much the same thing. It looks different. What if a nice school would be new surgery? Would it have blasters and anything? So I guess it's pretty shame with this. Looks is pretty much the same tiers. Now the transform to the Scourge is, well, just like Laser Optimus Prime, but I'm not going to show it. It's already did review from Laser Optimus Prime. You can check them out. So I guess we're going to skip the transformation. We'll see what it look like. Alright, we're back, guys, with the Scourge in his robot mode with next to Laser Optimus Prime. Now, like I said, in already transformation, I was not going to show it, so you can see my Laser Optimus Prime will show the transformation robot mode. You can check them out. So in this robot mode are pretty much exactly the same for this one. So I think as they did it pretty well done. I think I did like the Scourge one, but unlike Laser Optimus Prime, mine's Laser Optimus Prime, he has arms loose. Kind of loose. But this one does not loose. So that's a good thing. The only complaint I did not like, so then they just stuck kind of locked in place, which is, Laser does have same feature gimmick of his missile. Wells blue. Well, Scourge has shows a pink or dark pink missiles. That's a cool little feature. This one. And speaking of feature, let's take an Ultimate Matrix from inside. Let's look compare side by side. So here's Laser Optimus Prime. Comes with the Laser Optimus Prime has a orange and blue. Nice, very hard to see. Nice little detail is. However, Scourge or Black Convoy has Matrix thing, except has pink translucents instead of blue or instead of orange and yes. Let's look at comparison. The Matrix doesn't actually lose, and pretty much the same. Yes. Also, this looks at the details. So it's got a little hold of weapons. Well, now let's take a Laser Optimus right away. Let's take a look at the head sculpt. The head sculpt for Scourge, or aka Black Convoy from Japan, aka not Nemesis Prime. I do like the head sculpt. It's a black and red and blue heel. It's just more like an evil version of Optimus. So yeah, nice little details there. I like it as a symbol, Autobot's logo symbol. Looks like turned upside down, which is kind of hilarious. Now, I don't have the Scourge from the Milliways. I think it's a Collector Club exclusive that we saw a picture. He looks really similar, but it's kind of rare. He's very expensive, so I did not get this one. Now I don't have the vintage Scourge figure from the 2000. I really want this as a kid, but it never happened. So then years later, here he is. He's finally here. The new one is the detail of this one. The rest of the bodies are pretty much the same mold. And it shows a little back. Pretty much exactly the same. I know it's a split figure, that's pretty much it. as for articulation for Scourge or Black Convoy, just like Laser Optimus Prime, pretty much the same. Its head on a ball joint can rotate for 60 degrees. It does get up. It does get up and down because its transformations. Its arms goes up and down, goes in and out that much. He has a thigh swivel. In the elbows, he has a ball joint wrist can rotate. It does have a shoulder articulation, pretty much exactly the same. Announced. It does get swivel waist movement, can 360 degrees, and his leg is forwards and back goes in and out that much. He has a thigh swivel, then in the knee, and single forwards and back because it's transferring side to side. So that's about it, the articulations. And there's my review. Overall, this looks pretty okay. The figure is actually pretty looks nice as an exclusive figure. Pretty looks evil looking Virgin Optimus clone. Yeah, I don't have Nemesis Prime figure from I think it's a War for Cybertron's, I think it's a Kingdom line that was also exclusive, that was also expensive, or EHAV Mall exclusives. So yeah, I think this overall is a nice little figure. Pretty looks evil looking. Like I said, this figure is the same mold. He's repainted the laser arm frame. You don't have laser frame. This figure available at the latest Walmart exclusives. You can actually check them out. You're not familiar or fan of the 2001 Robots in Skies. If you want this or you don't want this, that's fine with this one. So overall, I think the Scourge figures definitely must have. I really want those since 2001 because I don't have. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comment below. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. So thanks for watching and bye for now.